Okay, what I did wrong was I had no idea what I was doing.
You're now watching the 2025 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
He's got some weight to him. I don't believe him off. Maybe I am. Yep. Oh man, they got a lot of weight to him actually. The mini is not gonna pick him up this high up. Okay, I gotta back up. But if I do that, then I can't get the reach out of it because it won't pick it up. These are heavy. I guess I didn't realize that. Maybe I'll leave the blade down so we get a little more. I'll get back and then I'll lower it down some. It ain't close to us. Definitely got some weight to him. Don't want to break nothing. There we go. Now I can pick it up without tipping forward. Tanks are off. So let me show you. We're actually missing the rubber around here. So the light disappeared, but before we left I grabbed another light, so we had the 3 across. We got to get new rubber all the way through. But this was our makeshift fix here. It had a bad wire rubbed, so I re-spliced all of them. We'll have to go up and run that wire back and get it fixed up, but it kept us moving on the road. So we'll go ahead, drop the tail down, crawl up there with the excavator, pick this bad boy up. We got to grease it, we got to recable it. Cable goes up and around. What the cable does, it works off this back hydraulic system back here, right in there. I'll show you when that's on the ground. But it works off of that, and when you pull the pan all the way back, I believe is how it is. If the pan's all the way back, the cable goes up. Right, Cherry? It's raining. You don't want to go outside. And then it works the door. That's really what it does, which allows you to make cuts into the soil. Is this thing amazing? No. When I get it down, I'll read off the tag, serial number, and all that stuff. Is it gonna work awesome? Probably. Yeah. Is it gonna be correct? I don't know if we're gonna put it on the 4640 or the 7520, but it will be. I don't know if he said this was built in the 40s. So either way, it's gonna turn some heads and get some people worked up. I know that, but let me get it unchained, get it off the trailer, get it recabled. We have cable in there. I also have 2 rolls of cable for winch cable, but we'll run a new cable and then put it to work. I don't even know how many yard pan this technically is, but if it works the way it should, it's sure going to be, because we got to take topsoil off. We're going to bring our topsoil out back where we got to fill in some lower spots, and then any of the fill underneath to get it to grade, we're going to bring it out front, plus the piles of rocks and stuff. We can load it and then go dump it. Which allows us a lot of flexibility as far as moving things around. Is it perfectly straight and everything else like that? No. But I appreciate Paul letting me borrow it, and I think it's going to be something neat to see run. These things are worth a pretty penny. You see them sell, especially the big ones. Chris, Terry, Taylor Kipping, all of them guys, they got some big pans and some big earth moving stuff. The Northeast doesn't use pans nearly as much, if really any. Granted, rocks do make a big difference. They don't like rocks. Out there, we're going to find a few little rocks, but we can dig them out with the Mini as we're working on things. But overall, to move all the dirt around in a timely manner instead of loading into the dump truck, then dumping it in sketchy spots or getting stuck, I figured this might be a pretty good tool. So we have to run a new cable. It starts there, goes around this pulley, goes up to the front, around another pulley. From there, goes around this pulley here, then hits this pulley, then comes around this pulley, goes through this pulley here, which then comes up to here, and goes through this pulley, around that front pulley, and then down to the gate. So we got new cable in here. We just gotta pop some things apart. This thing is pretty well built, so I gotta crawl underneath there. I'm gonna take my hat off. We gotta, I'd say we back it in on our concrete floor, but concrete floor is pretty well mess, and the rest of the shop hasn't been finished yet. Oh, okay. So there's a piston here. Yeah. So you gotta hit this piece out. That's just a wedge in it, and then the cable starts here. But you leave the rest of the cable above. He said that way. I'm gonna need two hands or a bigger hammer. When it frays, you just pull it through and fix it. So I was hitting that going the wrong way. You gotta hit the back here, but even then it's fighting me some, and I don't want to hit nothing. Probably grab the bigger hammer. There's nowhere really to swing it from. Okay, was able to get the big hammer in there. There's a lot of reinforcement stuff in the way, but so it went under. Remember that, people. Okay, going along, getting all the pulleys to actually turn. We're gonna have to pick this up because I don't want to lay completely underneath. But as you see, pulleys are turning, which is a big part of not killing a cable because it rubs on the same spot. So everything except for this took grease. I did notice we missed one here, but getting the old cable out of there. But I figured before I lay down underneath, I'd get it all figured out where it's going. So that comes through there, goes up there, goes back forward, goes back forward, locks. All of these took grease. Those slide. So, but they got a little bit of rock, so we got to figure it out. But I'll go ahead and take the Mini, pick the pan up. We'll recable the front, and then just do the back, and we'll hook some hydraulic lines. I did nick this hose when I was taking it off. Hopefully it gives us enough life. Those hoses probably don't owe us nothing, but 3-point hitch, hook up, and then you got cylinders to raise and lower as far as depth. And it only takes 2 remotes. So raise and lower, and then you got your piston on the back, which operates the door, and the push out. So let's pick that up and see. All about safety. Okay, so we went around 2.5 times around there. I don't know how many times you're really supposed to go around there. If we need to, we can add more cable, or we got enough excess that we could make another wrap around. We'll see if it pulls out, but put the, I'm gonna call it a what is it? Coffin key or whatever it is. The top where it locks in the wedge key. And somebody corrects me. Somebody's got to know the right terms. Do you see it's got a little crack up there? We'll have to weld that. But wedge that back in. So now this cable is good to go from here forward. We just got to get it through everything else. So I'm going to go lay underneath. Well, I'll shut that down. And then I'll go lay underneath here. We'll pull it the rest of the way. And then finish greasing everything and see what it does. Yeah, we were only supposed to get light rain today. They lied. It's coming down pretty good right now. But got everything redone. A few rollers fought us. That one, getting it around that piece was really challenging. Just the angles and not being able to get it around the back. But we got all this extra cable that's out. Redid the wedge, so that slid nicely. So I will wrap it up and we'll put it up top here. In a spool, and then that way if it does fray in a spot you can slide it up, and if it starts to fray, that was his recommendation. So we're only supposed to get like, I think, 1/2 inch of rain is what they're saying after the storm. Yeah, I feel like they're lying to me. So we were working on the scraper. I ran to Cobleskill. They didn't actually have batteries at Napa, which surprised me, but got 2 coming tomorrow for the 7520. The 4640, I said I'm going to throw it on that and we'll mess around and see if it wants to pull it. It has a wide hitch on it. The 7520 has a narrow hitch on it for quick hitch. So yeah, I could switch it around, but it's raining aggressively. And yeah, end of the day, the 7520 is probably going to be what pulls it. It's just got a whole lot more oomph to it. But I guess I'll let this rain pass, and we might hook it to the 2755 and see if all the functions work before we get too far along. Change adapter ends or nothing. See, that pin's got some wiggle to her there. She'll keep going, but clearly, what was I gonna say? Well, we're gonna see if it works before we get any further along in our time. Probably gonna pull it with the 7520. Could even put the blade on it and push banks as we need to, as we dump material. But yeah, it's rained quite a bit, and the 46 is probably gonna struggle some in the days following as far as getting that done, even though there's some more comfort. If it dries out and we get into good material, we'll probably switch to the 4640. But let me pull the 27 over. We're gonna throw the hydraulics on and just see if we can get the door to open. We might have to take some more slack out of the back once we stretch this cable. But yeah, we're gonna do some learning. Okay, so the one hydraulic hose I think is gonna blow on us, but we will see if it wants to start or not. Oh, wait. Okay. So that works. Got the pan to go up and down, which is good. We might not have enough hydraulic in the system to actually get it to do something. Oh no, there it goes. It moved, it did something, but yeah, we might be low on hydraulic oil now. Okay, we got our first line to have an issue here. Yeah, that just leaked right out. So we'll go ahead, we'll get that line off. What in the hell did they do here? Interesting. Okay, so we'll get that line made. This one below, it's actually a new line. It's just covered from that probably leaking above it. So went to send this out, and yeah, we ate up all our oil, which isn't much in this system. So I'm also going to take that other line off, and we'll go see if we can have them get made. I want to see if this thing runs before we really get into it tomorrow. I don't even know if I'm running tomorrow for manure. We got to see. So I'll put a little bit of hydraulic oil in. One new line. These others probably need to get changed. This one doesn't, but these other two probably got to get changed just for peace of mind. Yeah, I got a few cracks in some pot. These are like OG original lines. So hopefully we are good. I did get this as a swivel. It said they previously had pipe fittings at a Union there. But I can't get into that, so I'm going to see if... I'm trying to think. If I raise the pan up, since that is your ejector and your door setup. If I raise the pan up, if I will get enough... Raise it or lower it if I can get enough so that I can start it and not strip out the threads there. Okay, we got it. I do see that hook there hits on these. I don't know if that's because of the height and where we're at. Once it gets hooked up right now, that hitch is up off the ground. You guys are filthy. We're just making sure some things work before we try. Well, we got ourselves a slow Monday. Okay, we'll put the hitch back down. Or put the pan back up, technically, I guess it'll be. So we're up now. Things are not moving. They should be. That pan is trying to move, but a little bit. Okay, what I did wrong was I had no idea what I was doing. So we got it to push itself out. Now this is vertical up. But the thing that we were missing was the cable wasn't run correctly, I believe. Maybe. Or we just don't have enough hydraulic oil on it. But as you see, I don't know, the cable's all slack right now. So we might have to do some figuring. But it's not all the way out either yet. Okay, we got foggy windows, but we got it to function the way it should. There's definitely going to be some figuring out. I think when we get it loaded, it will work a whole lot better. It's a little bent in some spots. It's been used. Well, rain shut us down for the night, but as you see, scraper pan is on the 7520. We're gonna see how this all works. I know a lot have the cart in front. They set it up. They pulled it with a 5010 and 5020, and last time this ran, they had a 1066 with front wheel assist pulling it. So 7520 should be able to do its thing. As you see, some things happen there. So there's some stuff coming in the pipeline for you guys. Been busy with the manure side of it, and it's making it so that we can get some of this grain bins facility up for this year to capture it. Combine actually ran the other day. It's not even here, so we got to go get it. But yeah, figure I'd give you guys a little teaser if you watched all the way to the end. But appreciate you guys, and stay tuned. You're going to see this thing run. Hopefully it will do something. But see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.